Heavily armed, masked federal troops invading an American city and using Gestapo tactics against our fellow citizens. If you believe you don't deserve to be murdered for exercising your American right to protest, then send a message to this president. And as the mayor of that city has said, ICE should get the out of Minneapolis. And this song is for you and in the memory of mother of three and American citizen Renee Good.
Good morning, Snow. As snow is going across America, a huge ice storm.
I'm just going to say good is debatable.
Definitely debatable.
I'm just going to say morning then.
Yeah.
Okay, morning?
Yeah, morning. We're doing this because we recorded an episode yesterday with PETA, and we didn't really do an introduction to it, and our thoughts were still kind of all over the place about Alex Pretty.
I couldn't even talk straight. I couldn't even talk. And I wasn't even drunk. That's the craziest thing. I could not fucking... I find myself doing this day after day where my brain, I'm like, am I also going through dementia? Because sometimes I feel like my mouth cannot make the connection of what my head is thinking.
Yeah, and it still is mind-boggling what is going on. Now we know a little bit more about it. We know his name. We do know they shot him after they disarmed him when he wasn't brandishing the weapon at all.
Yeah, that's a very important point. His parents put out a statement. He did not. He had a gun on his person. He did not have it in his hand. What he had in his hand was his phone.
Right.
Okay.
And he was protecting a lady that got shoved into the snowbank.
And then... Correct. And then in the video too, you can also see how she got pepper sprayed because she's trying, her and another, I'm assuming like another protester or.
Yeah. The other girl that was
getting out of.
You know the picture I showed you where it shows there's a girl next to him and he's got one hand up in the air.
Yeah.
That's the girl that comes around and it also helps the girl that was pushed into the snowbank.
Yeah. Yeah, he was trying to protect, he originally was trying to protect the one woman, but yes, then he's trying to protect both women. And then, yeah, you took his fucking gun and then you still just murdered him.
Yeah.
What in the fuck am I seeing? What in the fuck?
Yeah, and let's get to the point. Okay, this is Donald Trump's statement, okay? And I want the Second Amendment people to pay really close attention to this. He had a gun. Only criminals carry guns on our streets. We need law and order. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
Only criminals carry guns. So
what does that say?
Town of Kingman.
The Kingman is
you
fucked.
are all criminals.
Yeah.
And
you
that
deserve.
Is Donald Trump's. That is Donald Trump's.
That is who you voted for.
Those are not our words. I believe that you have the right under your Second Amendment. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you have the right, and most of you are. Why in the fuck can't you people wake the fuck up? Because you know what? I'm going to go to work tomorrow, and you guys are going to fucking sit there and excuse this. He insulted you, you fucking dummies. You fucking stupid motherfuckers. God, how are people so fucking dumb?
Yeah, so using that logic, if you're carrying a gun, the police have the right to shoot you down. Just think about that.
For what does the Constitution even mean anymore then? What does it mean?
It,
What does it fucking mean then if this is what it's coming to?
it doesn't mean anything. At
Is it
this
there
point.
for toilet paper? For daddy dumpy pants?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Where's the NRA statement on this?
Why are they not speaking out about that statement?
Why?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Why?
You fucking cunts. You fucking worthless fucking cunts.
Yeah, and this is the tyrannical government that you said you want to stand up against.
So much for don't tread on me. I'll say it again every time. You know what's going to happen every time I fucking drive past your houses now, or I see your big fucking jacked up trucks flying that flag off the back? All I'm going to do is fucking laugh and probably cry.
Yeah.
Because you are fucking fake patriots. You are fake patriots. You are fake fucking assholes. You're fake.
Yeah, the only tyrannical government that you're afraid of, and let's say you're afraid of Democrats.
Yeah, you're scared. And I don't know why, because I'm irritated to all get out with Democrats. I have no problem talking all the goddamn shit to them.
Yeah, and if the government has to...
Like the 7 that fucking voted.
Yeah, but the 2 in the Senate that we're going to flip have decided that they're going to not vote for this.
Oh, thank you.
For now.
Thank you. Thank you for fucking deciding that. Thank you for doing that. Wow. I'd rather they shut down the government. I know that sucks because that hurts people, but this is people are being fucking murdered.
Yeah, plain and simple. It's murder. Call it what it is. It was an execution of a United States citizen on the streets. An execution.
He was an ICU nurse at a veterans hospital. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and the other argument that I was seeing was, well, if he had just stayed home, he'd still be alive. So we're just supposed to stay home.
No shit. No shit. I love when people say that. No fucking shit. No fucking shit.
These
He would
are
still be alive.
but
No, thank you, Einstein, for that.
These are the same people that during COVID said it was their right to go out and go to the grocery store without a mask.
And did I ever say then,
Just stay home.
if you would have just stayed home, you wouldn't have gotten COVID? No, because it's a fucking cunt thing to say. And it's stupid. And it's like, no fucking shit, Sherlock. God, you guys get dumber by the minute. Dumber by the next fucking thing that you say. The next fucking thing that you say is even more stupid than the thing you said fucking 2 minutes before. That's how you work.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway, you can tell that, yeah, we're more than a little bit worked up on this, and you should be too. Everyone should be outraged over this, and you should really take...
That's why he went out that day, because he was fucking pissed. Because I don't know if you guys know this, or whatever you fucking believe, Renee Good had gotten murdered.
Yeah, in that...
Same thing, assassinated.
In that...
Executed.
With her, the forensics said the first shot went into her arm. Okay, that would be the one where...
How does that not stop a person then?
Okay, the second shot hit her in the right breast.
Okay.
The third shot, as she was driving away, not driving towards him, driving away, was the fatal headshot. When she was driving away. There's evidence to prove this.
You know, There was a video the other day that I watched because I was going down the rabbit hole. And one of the people one of the Instagram folks that I like, she described them pretty accurately. Because I'm like, they are. She called, they're gang members. And I'm like, I'm going to take it a step further. They're gang bangers. ICE is nothing more. You're gang bangers.
No,
You operate like gang bangers.
no better than the gangs in Chicago that are killing each other.
Or the ones in LA, the ones that they always cry about on TV.
Did you hear about in some of these cities, the gangs are banding together and forming a truce to stand up to ICE?
Because yeah, doesn't it make sense?
Yeah,
That they're gangbangers then. It's like even the gangbangers
they're forming alliances. They're forming their own NATO.
have become friends,
Enemies have become friends.
Forgiven one another to combat super fucking dangerous gangbangers.
To stand up to a tyrannical government.
To stand up to, quote unquote, shall we call them legal gangbangers? I mean, is that what we're doing now? Gangbangers appointed by the president.
Just hired off the streets. Just thugs hired off the street.
They took their 47-day course instead of getting like beat into the gang. Unless, maybe they do get beat into the gang. Who knows?
This is still new. Obviously, it's still painful. But it'll be really interesting to see who comes out and condemns it, because I'm sure there are sane Republicans out there somewhere. There's got to be. All Republicans aren't bad. It's just cult members. And it's time to just put this to an end.
I think all the good ones got voted out, though, and some of them are leaving. Not that I'm calling MTG good, but you know.
Yeah.
But she at least had the decency to leave.
Yeah.
You know.
So, yeah, we'll get into this. This is our intro. Our friend JL Covan, support him, jailfornj.com. I'm going to put in a statement that he made about this situation, and then we'll get into our conversation with PETA after that. And thank God PETA's daughter Lucy came on, because it was a great distraction, and she's such a brave little girl. No, I shouldn't say little girl. She's 15 years old.
Right? I know. She's tiny though. Yeah. She's so adorable. She was fun to have on, and funny too.
Yeah, funny. So look forward to that, and hopefully that's a distraction from this news. As far as me, I'm just gonna enjoy some football today and just try to tune out of this, and because
all we can do, right?
You sometimes need a break, but you can't.
Right.
You can't ignore it either. You can't ignore it, because if we didn't turn on the news yesterday, we wouldn't have known that this was happening. So we can't accept this as the new normal. We can't. And part of me wants to go to Minneapolis and join in, despite being 15 degrees.
I know, right?
Anyway, everybody, hopefully you like this episode, and thanks for listening.
So witnessing the execution of Alex Preddy in Minnesota, I thought when I first saw the video, I was like, is this real? Like, it was sort of difficult to believe, to be honest. And then seeing the fuller videos where he was basically just, stopping a woman from being harassed and manhandled, and then 5 pieces of shit or 6 pieces of shit jumped on him, beat him, and then shot him Obviously, it goes without saying that any decent human being in Congress, regardless of party, but we all know, unfortunately, this will fall on the shoulders of the only party, imperfect as they may be, that seems to give a shit about the Constitution and human life. Should not just, defunding ICE to begin with, but the organization should cease to exist and people should be prosecuted. Officials should be impeached. That would be a normal functioning democracy. But right now, I don't want to say good guys, but the only people with decency don't have the levers of power right now outside of, withholding funding. But I think what we can all do right now, and we should have done it years ago, but if we haven't yet, is take note of every person in your life, not just pieces of shit like Stephen Miller, obviously, but anybody in your life who is bending over backwards to defend any aspect of this. Don't forget. I don't want to say never forget, because that's both a serious statement and an overused statement regarding other atrocities. But don't ever forget the people who have somehow reached this point and don't care for human life or our way of life or any of the foundational principles of our country enough to just call this enough is enough. This is something out of some sort of dystopian novel at this point, like that we're watching. It was both predictable, and yet seeing it come to pass is quite startling at the same time. And the people who still find ways or need a way to sort of defend this, these are horrible people. Sorry. This isn't about politics, and you're letting this is decency, this is values, this is, very rich coming from the so-called pro-life party that is now bending over backwards to endorse thugs murdering innocent people. But do not forget, we have a way of having sort of short-term thinking. These people can never be forgiven for this.
Hey, I can hear you.
Peter!
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm turning on the video right now.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, man. That was just.
Oh no, I hear you.
Let's start the camera. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay. All right, it shows my camera's on, but hold on a second.
Okay.
Let me.
All right. Enjoying the weather?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
You could see it. It's literally right behind me. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me get Sarah in the picture. Hey, tell me when we're both in the frame. Okay? You'll see my microphone and you'll see Sarah. Let me know.
Hey.
Peter!
All right. So can you see Sarah?
I see. Yeah, I see a Sarah hand
Okay, Sarah.
and a drink.
Oh, hi. Oh, that's my glass of redemption. Seriously, it's called Redemption Bourbon. Brand.
Aren't they out of Vegas?
I don't know. I should look on the... I bought it because it was like recommended by one of the store people in there. I went to like Total Wine and they had a thing. I'm going to see. Now
If this is a whiskey podcast, I can start like hitting my chest here.
Yeah, we
Now
do
you
that.
piqued my curiosity. Let's see.
I do live in Tennessee, so we are the whiskey capital. So
No, it says distilled in the Indiana heartland, followed by Redemption Barrel Selections, Columbia, Tennessee.
okay, all right, awesome, very cool.
It should, you know what, though, with the name like Redemption, it should be from Vegas, though, right? That would be a good one for them to.
Last time I was in Vegas, they have this Vegas vodka, and it's like everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
So, how are you?
I mean, all things considered, I'm hanging in there. So I heard that there was another person murdered by ICE, just like maybe like a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Just this morning.
Yep.
So Yeah.
This
I mean, we're in it, right?
We're in it.
this is the United States of America.
All right. Let's see here. I'm already recording, but I'm going to edit this part out of it.
Okay.
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 Oh man, that would have been good on there.
We
Sorry, guys.
can start again.
Okay.
Hey, can we talk about Lucy at all? Not mention her name. Do you want to go there or not?
Yeah, I mean, she actually wanted to come on. She was
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna ask how she was doing, like on the cast, so
Okay.
I didn't.
No, I just wanted to I wanted to clear that with you before we got into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. We kind of we're she's 15, and so we like monitor all of her activity and stuff like that. But we really don't have to because she makes really good choices. Well, I mean, she makes all the mistakes that you would make if you're 15. But it's like
Probably not the ones I made.
I mean, like those mistakes are like foundational to you being who you are today, right? I did all kinds of crazy stuff. I think that the Gen Xers, what is that quote that like, thank God we didn't have like
Video cameras. Oh God.
cameras around because
Oh.
all the shit that we did. But yeah, I mean, I was got into a lot of stuff. I had parents that were pretty much like kicked me out of the house, and were like, I don't want to see you back until like it's dark, and so
Oh, wow.
we basically had to kind of do stuff, figure stuff out in Kingman,
Yeah.
and make our own entertainment. So some of that involved shenanigans. So
Yeah.
We also have Kat Callahan here. Kat, come around to
yeah,
come around here.
Are you guys friends on
Do you
Facebook?
know?
On the other side.
Yeah, come around between us.
Kat and her rainbow bright hair.
Hello.
You know?
yeah. I've seen some of your artwork. Yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to get this started here?
We'll go back over here.
Okay. All right.
Let me check with Lucy really quick, and I'll see if I'll tell her to bob in here in about 15 minutes if she feels like it.
Okay.
She'll
Yeah.
tell me one way or another.
All right.
If we're cool enough. Please, fingers crossed, are we cool enough?
Hey, Lucy, did you want to come say hi on the podcast? Okay, come on.
Oh.
Yes!
Here, I'll give you this. I'll give you this earphone so you can hear what people are saying. Okay, put this in your ear. All right, that's Snow,
Hey.
and that's MJ. You want to sit down?
Hi,
How you doing?
Lucy!
Put that in your ear.
Good to
Hi,
see you.
Lucy! It's good to see you!
That's Katrina.
Good to see you too.
I'm so glad that you're doing good!
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were kind of really concerned about you.
I know, yeah, we were rooting for you.
Lucy?
I'm doing well. The Stephen Johnson syndrome is better. I still have Acticode on my skin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she was because she lost like 40% of her skin. They wrapped her in this silver infused cloth. It's called Acticoat, and it's infused with silver because silver is like a natural antibiotic, and so they wrap it. And so
I literally had to be wrapped in silver and metal for like 22 days.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
It kind of looks like aluminum foil, but no, it's silver. And it leaves like almost like a cheetah pattern or a leopard pattern on her skin.
That's kind of cool.
They said the burn
Yeah.
center would fade away after a couple of months.
Yeah.
You're like, maybe I want my leopard print though.
Okay, so what was it? What was exactly? For the sake of the podcast, what was the condition?
Like, what happened?
Down syndrome is where all your skin falls off.
Yeah, it's she had a reaction to a medication. And it
Oh,
Whoa.
okay.
she was on a like an antidepressant medication, and we just switched her to it because she's a freshman in high school and she's kind of just going through some stuff, and so we switched to her, and she had a reaction to that within like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
What was really dangerous was that initially they thought it was strep A because she had a rash and she had all this like junk going down her throat, and so we took her to the children's hospital in Memphis, which we have a great children's hospital here, and they sent her home and they said, yeah, this is just strep. Like, you need to go see your primary care doctor about it. It's not important enough for us. And so we went and saw the primary care doctor. The primary care doctor tested her and said, it's negative for strep. It's not, but they're like, it looks like it's some sort of infection. So here you go. Here's some antibacterial medication. Take it.
I took the antibacterial, and when I finally ate gel, my mom was like, "No, we're taking you to the hospital."
Yeah. So
Jeez.
with Stevens-Johnson syndrome, Stevens-Johnson's is bad, right? But adding any type of steroid or any type of antibacterial is literally like high octane fuel for the syndrome.
Whoa.
So it kicked it into overdrive, and she developed the worst of the worst, which is called toxic epidural necrosis. And there's about like a 50% survival rate for it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And so the determining factors is like 70% of her body was affected. She lost 40% of her skin. And it happens like literally, we took her to the hospital on Friday. By Saturday, she was covered in blisters.
And I also had blisters on my feet. I couldn't walk. I had to learn to walk again. I mostly lay down in bed. I also my parents had to spoon feed me, but
Yeah.
it was really hard. I recovered a lot. And when we finished, we had to go to Regional One Care, a burn center.
Yeah. They had to bring her to a burn unit because of the type of severity and the type of care she needed. It was, it was super intense. And we had to negotiate our way out of the children's hospital into the med center, which is the state-funded hospital in Memphis, and it's excellent. It's an excellent center, but you get all that goes along with a publicly funded hospital, right? If you want a good vision of what this is like, there's a show on HBO called The Pit. And it's like pretty similar to like what it's like, being a public hospital, but they had excellent resources. The hospital initially would not take her because she's a child, and also the children's hospital didn't want to give us up because they, this is going to be at least a 30-day to 60-day stay in the hospital. So we had to work stuff out with our insurance company.
But my mom also, she worked for a burn center that had a pioneer in burn research.
Yeah. So my wife, actually, her former boss, she worked at the burn unit, and she literally, she called her boss, who is this guy that's just an absolute legend. And he was there in Memphis at the burn unit. He pioneered several different plastic surgery techniques, and he personally called in and said, "I want you to take this kid." And so,
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
we got the call on Sunday. Yeah. We got the call on Sunday. Basically, it was like, pack your shit up, you're going, And so I was there with her that day. Literally the paramedics rolled in with a gurney and strapped her to the gurney. We loaded her down. I would say like the paramedic ride was probably like a really awesome experience because they were all like former military. They were all like, evac people with the military. And so you got all that with her. Like the woman that was in charge was, a former lieutenant with an airback, unit in the Air Force. And the crew was just with it. And plus it was a children's hospital. So they even took their mission even more seriously because they were like, saving children. Like when we got in there, like the public hospital, the bed was packed. And so, like the driver of the ambulance offered to like fist fight, to get us a spot so we could offload her. So that was pretty fun. He was just like, I guarantee you, we're getting you in. We got in and then we got lost because it's a huge hospital and they didn't know where we were going. It was kind of like like a medical version of Spinal Tap, you know, when they're underneath in the stadium and they're just like, you know, rock and roll, and they're just like marching along through this labyrinth, you know, and trying to find where we're supposed to bring her. Eventually, we got her in, and
I tried to get the metal on and off. They had to also wash me a couple of times.
yeah, that was tough. Like they basically lay her out on a steel table and you know, take off all of her clothes and grab scalpels and go over her entire body with scalpels, you know, to lance everything, and
Oh,
that's called.
wow.
Yeah,
That's gotta be
it was brutal.
painful. And
I will say,
you could feel
yeah,
like she was awake during all this too? Like, were you awake?
completely
Yeah.
awake the entire
Oh,
time.
God. Ugh.
Lucy,
Yeah.
what was it like
Um,
having your eyes closed for most of this?
Oh, I can see a little bit. Like I had my eyes open to the day of actually St. Lucie, festival. I was
yeah,
actually,
Feast of St. Lucie, yeah.
and pretty much my eyes were centered out with membrane, with the tip of membrane.
So,
And I could see a little bit. My eyes are always kind of normally closed, but but for the entire time, I watched Forensic Files because they never let channels.
I love that show.
a lot of podcasts. Yeah, I think you listen to
My favorite murder
One from the
revolution.
Murder, Three Revolutions podcast. So we made it through the English revolutions, both of them, the American Revolution and the French Revolution. So during her debridement, which is what they call when they lay you on a table and go over with scalpels, they offered to put on some music for her, and she was like, "I want a podcast." So yeah, she was like the first person to ever get to have a podcast. You know, when we were, yeah. So
Of course, there was also a time when they were like, they had to basically make me go to sleep, and because they wanted to touch me and stuff. So
Yeah.
I was asleep, and I saw Lugans and stuff. They kept bringing me this stuff.
so she got introduced to ketamine.
Oh,
And fentanyl. She got all the good stuff. Yeah.
oh wow.
I'm very chatty. I'm
Fentanyl,
fentanyl.
yeah.
Something
Fentanyl
that
does have a
pain.
legitimate purpose, other than just the back corners. But
It's only if you take any huge doses. I got very small doses.
yeah, she morphine. So the problem with morphine is it's really short acting, and when you're in that much pain, you really want something that's going to be long, because they can only give you your dose every 6 hours per medical guidelines. And
Yeah.
so, so they're going to drop the silver hammer on you, and the last thing you want is to be in pain 3 hours later. So fentanyl worked really well. It's a small dose, and it serves the bill. So.
Yeah, even though it usually kills people.
Yeah, not usually.
Well,
That's
not in a
that's-
medical
yeah,
setting
you're-
where they dose it.
Yeah, the
correctly.
doctors. Yeah,
Yeah, like the street stuff, yes, is not
yeah.
good.
So, no bueno. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, hospital stuff. Good. One of the problems with Stevens-Johnson syndrome is it not only affects your outside skin.
But it affects the insides. I had to wear a ring.
Well, yeah, we won't talk about that. But so the eyes, it also could cause blindness, because literally it's going to start dissolving tissues in her eyes.
Oh
and
gosh.
So I could have gone blind if it wasn't for ensuring someone my eyes shut.
So the ophthalmologist, the first day, when she got on it, she ordered stem cells. And the way the stem cells come is that it's placenta. And there's a company in Florida that harvests placenta from women that have C-sections. And yes, they had it air vaxxed. They had it overnighted over, and they take it and they open her eyelids up, and they literally sew it into her eyelids.
Oh my god.
And then because they didn't want her to mess it up, they sewed her eyes shut. So
Oh
she
wow.
was-
Oh wow.
And
It sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
A little bit, so I could see a tiny bit.
Yeah, she could see light and stuff like that, but
Not a lot.
yeah, it was pretty brutal. It was like
Yeah,
really brutal.
my mom took photos of me because it was so brutal, and
Yeah.
that's how we got all this money on the fund me to support the girls.
I donated.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, we our first. So we stayed at the Children's Hospital. Our stay was like I think 3 or 4 days. The total bill is $100,000.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. Did
Yeah,
your insurance cover some of that?
this insurance did. Yeah, we kicked in. I think our total deductible is like $5,000 is our total out of pocket.
Okay.
The insurance covers the rest. So
Yeah.
we her Lucy's GoFundMe, we raised $14,000. So that's going to cover not only the deductible, but also all of her future care. She's got about 6 months of future care, including counseling.
Oh,
You know, we've got her set up to deal with like the post-traumatic stress of all this.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, but luckily, you know, Lucy's a real trooper.
I'm a tough cookie.
Yeah.
That's
definitely,
right. You
definitely.
are.
And we
We,
can.
one of the nurses said, like, you know, like, look, because Lucy, like, cussed out a couple doctors. And,
She didn't feel good.
like the doctors would come up to her and they're like, "Hi, I'm Dr. Johnson. I want to be taking care of you." And her first question is like, "Are you here to hurt me?" And they're just like, "Well,
Oh.
there might be some pain involved." And she's like, "I don't know. I think you got mad at one of them, and he wanted to know what podcast you're listening to." And Lucy's like, "I'm not telling you."
Yeah.
But the nurse said, like, he's like, "Look, like, you might not like this. Kids that are like, you know, Lucy's been diagnosed with oppositional defiant disorder, so she's literally kind of, you know, been a problem child her whole life." But the nurse is like, "Look, it's the kids. The kids that come in are like super sweet and, you know, do everything their parents tell them to do and go to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning and get straight A's." He's like, "They don't make it out." He's like, "It's the kids that tell you to eat shit and die. Just nothing is going to take them down, and they just march through this stuff, you know, like no matter how painful, no matter how bad, you know, they just kick its ass." So,
It's like that football player that had a hand that didn't have one hand and he still won.
yeah,
And he was Coach Frost. He actually had an undefeated championship.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw the video of that. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a
Uh-oh.
Did
It
we
froze.
froze up there. All right, we'll just wait to see if it comes back here.
The kids kind of,
Oh, there it is.
they have some active defiance, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's, that's, you know, so, you know, because it's really about building good human beings and building independent thinkers and building people that no matter how bad it gets, they're not gonna buckle, you know, they're not gonna back down. So
It also snowed out here.
it's also stuff.
Yeah. Hey,
So,
Not a
Oh.
lot though, since
can we just interject this that a
Yeah.
lot of bad stuff is going on in the world, but to see Lucy recover was kind of just really made us feel good out here.
Yeah.
And you're
yeah.
See some good happen. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was really hard. It's really hard to see somebody that, you know, you love so much and, you know, that just be, you know, just go through something that's as brutal as that. And it was just, I think we were in there for like 22 days. And
yeah.
like, as she says, like, she literally had her eyes opened up on the Feast of St. Lucy. So St. Lucy is the saint that she wouldn't refuse to marry this man that wanted to marry her. He was this noble.
And so she took out her eyes.
Well, the to her to torture her, and part of the torture was like they tore her eyes out.
Oh,
And but she could, but due to her face to price, she still saw.
Yeah. So she still had the ability.
Oh.
Yeah, her eyes still worked, you know, and so there's this whole feast about her. She kept like, you know, basically she wouldn't shut up, so they stabbed her through the throat. But she was still
Oh,
able to
jeez.
talk, even though they did that. And so it's if you look up like St. Lucy, there's literally a statue where she's got a knife in her throat and her eyes on
On
a
a
platter,
platter.
you know, and she's like still just.
I'm going to look it up
wow.
now. Yeah, I'm going to read about her.
Yeah. So anyway,
Resilience.
there's some really badass women out there in history, and so
There's also there's also saying Agatha who lost her breasts.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
you can
wow.
tell the history podcast.
Right? I know she's gonna have to come on as a guest.
Lucy, why don't you start your own podcast?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, she should.
I went to Egypt one. I really like Egypt.
Yeah, Lucy's her basically her niche is Middle Dynasty Egyptian history.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of the things about when they found Tutankhamun was that they had to look for his penis because it fell off. Yeah,
See?
it's kind of like similarity how Osiris in like mythology lost his penis to a fish.
Yeah. We stayed at the Luxor when we were in Vegas, and she can like read like some of the hieroglyphics, and we've like talked to the manager, and he's just
Whoa.
like,
Oh, cool.
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 So yeah, they could just
I also am losing my fingernails.
yeah.
Oh.
Her cuticles all fell off, so she's got to regrow those. So
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just, my fingernails or toenails haven't fallen off since I was like 4.
Oh, wow.
it was really rough. Yeah. So if you have so there's one of the things we learned is that Stevens-Johnson syndrome is very rare. It's like 1 in 100,000.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But if it's this thing where you have to take medication. I think if we would have been some of those parents that are like, you're going to finish the bottle, or we don't want to take you back to the doctor, you know what I mean? Or we didn't take it as seriously as we did, she probably would have died. Again, like it gets worse with antibiotics. It's literally like jet fuel, because it's a reaction to this medication. Your skin's just your body's freaking out and attacking itself.
Wow.
And so the antibiotics amp that up. But we took her back to the hospital, and it was just like, it was because she was vomiting, and it was just really violent, and she was running a fever of 104.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. And so, I mean, just that persistence, like, and I just would like anybody to know, like, if there's something going on with your kid, like, take him to the emergency room,
Yeah.
Get it checked out, and then if it still happens, take him back. Like, don't let them, like, kind of like, make you feel like you're wasting their time. Just go there and get it checked out, get it taken care of. It could literally save your kid's life, and the doctors are going to make mistakes. I know we lucked out. We got her in front of this dermatologist that was an absolute badass there. And she's been there for like many years and teaches. And she saw her and immediately put it together that she had SJS and said, like, you have to get her in right away. Because the speed of this, like, we got her in on Thursday, diagnosed on Friday. By Saturday, she had blisters. By Sunday, she was transferred to the burn unit. And then
I couldn't even, like, go up to pee and stuff.
Yeah.
It hurt because I had, like, stuff on my feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
She couldn't walk to the bathroom. We had to literally pick her up and, like, carry her to the bathroom, and take her, sit her down. And then, every time you touch her, it's just so painful. She was losing, Anyway, so it's terrible.
Yeah, when I saw the picture, I was like, I started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, this poor little kid.
Yeah, me too.
The dermatologist came in and said that she starts her day every single day. She comes in the morning and she reads Lizzie's file, and she's like, when I read this, I just started crying. The dermatology is, you've got to be a badass to get into dermatology. It's the second hardest school to get into next to neurology.
My friend, one of my classmates, actually one of the classmates in this, actually wants to be a neurologist.
Yeah.
It's really hard science.
Yeah. So dermatologists are, if you think about it, skin's the largest organ in the body,
Right?
Get layers of it.
Yeah. So they really have to be sharp. They have to know their stuff. And we're lucky we live in a state, or we're in a city of Memphis where we have access to some of the best doctors in the country. Lucy literally had one of the top surgeons in the country come and talk to her, and
Wow.
it was a Dr. Wu, and he was, because she stopped eating, and because of the pain and the painkillers she's on and stuff like that, and he literally sat down with her and said, "Lucy, if you don't start eating again, you're not gonna survive." And he said, "I want you to please."
And I did eat.
Yeah,
After that, I wanted to
yeah.
eat.
And they assigned her a dietitian to work up special meals just for her, and
Although,
yeah.
yeah, they even like I also got like tons of ice cream.
That's good.
Calorie dense.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of so I think her she and it was I mean
Also, I still have insane on my tongue.
yeah. She had blisters in her mouth, on her tongue, and stuff. So it was painful for her to eat. Blisters all down her throat, and her stomach.
Is that why
so
you thought it was strep?
yeah, she stopped eating for about 2 days. The thing that got her back up and going was McDonald's French fries.
They do have the best fries. I mean, I'll give them that. I do love McDonald's French fries.
They used to be covered in like animal fat before, but now they're covered in vegetable oil.
And they were also really good because we asked for no salt, and they sent us fries with no salt, because the salt would totally have hurt, been painful. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. In the blisters. Oh,
Wow.
that would have hurt.
yeah. So she's got about a 6-month recovery. She's been discharged from. So her eyes, there's some scarring in one of her eyes, but ophthalmology says that all in all, the stem cells. Again, thank you, women. Literally everything about women is about giving life. Basically that saved her eyes from blindness, and so she's been discharged from that. She just had her visit with
The burn center, and they discharged me.
wound care. Yeah, discharged. She got discharged from wound care, and then I think gynecology. We won't really go into that, but again, everything that happened on the outside happened on the inside. So she's being monitored for that. And then I think there's also another one that you're still working on. You can't eat food on the podcast.
Yes, she can.
That's all right.
She's going to grab some nut things. They're going to be really loud crunching.
Hey,
Yeah.
if she's hungry, she needs a snack.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, hey, we're
Probably all my fingernails are
Oops. You all right? Dropped your, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't stick as well as my other AirPods.
Yeah, because it's my AirPod.
well, hey, we're proud of you, Lucy, and you're a fighter, you're tough, and
Yeah.
you
We're
know,
glad that you made,
yeah.
or you're still making a really good recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we listened to you guys when she was out with you guys. It was your podcast, the Revolutions podcast, History of Revolutions, and then also Pod Save America, and we got Pod Save the World in. So,
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we were podding up. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
and then Forensic Files. Yeah.
Yeah, you know that like Donald Trump doesn't eat any cauliflower. He doesn't eat any vegetables.
Yeah, see?
Maybe that's what's wrong with him.
Yeah, they were like, so like one of my things people on TikTok gave me to cauliflower steak just to make fun of Trump since he doesn't eat any vegetables.
See what happens to you if you don't eat your vegetables.
Yeah.
Right? You turn into Trump. Oh,
Turn into an orange marmalade king.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
how much snow are you supposed to get? Or ice?
We basically got this much, and just like
We're supposed to get 22 inches.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Tennessee?
Is Memphis prepared for that?
No.
How?
it's not a bluff.
Yeah.
Because like you so you're gonna get that much snow.
Yeah, we're at like 200 feet altitude. You know, it's now Memphians do not. We barely do rain. You know,
Yeah,
so literally the entire
it is snow.
the entire city's shut down right now. You know, there's nothing going on. Like we don't have snow plows. We don't have anything like that.
Oh,
Japan would.
How many days would that shut you down, though?
Well, you know, define shutdown, because right now there's videos of people in Memphis like snow sledding with boats, you know, and like ATVs, like dragging people in snow skis. So, you know, Memphis, I think like the best way to describe Memphis is it's like it's like the capital for people with type B personalities, you know. I mean, just like, yeah, I think there's a comedian that said like, you know, if you're gonna go, if you get upset, like if somebody called you and told you that they couldn't come to work because their mom got a tattoo that got infected, and if that would upset you, then Memphis is the town for you. You know what I mean? It's really just like a city of like, yeah, I'm not coming to work today.
I gotta go sledding.
Yeah, I gotta go sledding. You know, it's just like, okay, you know, well, send me a photo.
Priorities.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the way it is here. So.
cool.
So, you know, we'll survive, you know. So,
How did
you know, we've got barbecue smokers, you know. So,
how did Memphis take the National Guard coming in there?
you know, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, those guys have been here, and they are in every single barbecue joint. Like, you can't swing a dead cat in a barbecue joint without hitting a National Guard guy. And I guess, like, you know, that's great. You know, I mean, they're from Tennessee, but yeah, they're pretty much just like in all the restaurants, you know, you see them out there and stuff like that. The Memphis unit, the U.S. Marshals took over the thing. So the U.S. Marshals are actually a really professional organization. And so I actually know several of them. There's actually one of the people that we grew up with in Kingman. She's there at the Marshals. And so she's in charge of like asset recovery. She gave me like this coin, and you know, it's kind of like a get out of jail free coin. So if I ever get pulled over, but by the task force. But I think the task force has been pretty professional. You don't see a lot of the stuff like you do
In Michigan.
yeah, or in Minnesota.
Like when they pull over a 5-year-old and use it to lure out a kid,
Yeah.
lure out a dad.
Yeah.
The one thing that
That
we
was
have
sad.
problems with is the state police. The state police have been the ones that have been initiating all this stuff. Like when we had a protest, they showed up and like drove their car into the protesters. And again, that's not under the federal. Those aren't feds. Those are the local state police. And that's just kind of a reminder of, you know, who's in charge. You know, not
Yeah,
Memphis is
kind
kind
of
of
like how the police arrested Martin Luther King Jr. several times.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
He wrote a book.
even though Memphis is a red state, we have like Nashville is solid blue, Memphis is solid blue, Chattanooga, Knoxville, like all the population centers are blue, you know. And so it's kind of
A mix.
yeah. Memphis generates the second most amount. The city of Memphis generates the second most amount of money outside of Nashville, you know. And so literally we pay for everything that the state gets, and it's not even close. You know, but we have, you know,
Although Memphis roads are still terrible.
yeah, they're pretty terrible. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, it's complicated. But yeah, the Memphians are, you know, it's kind of like a, you know, I don't know. I think what did Dave Chappelle said, like, you know, that, you know, National Guard troops don't have any business being in Los Angeles. They don't have any business being in Minnesota. They don't have business of being in New York. But Memphis, you know, he's like, man, y'all could use some National Guard. You know, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's special. Yeah.
He's like, I think Memphians have like already stolen 2 tanks and a Humvee.
Yeah.
Down there, you need some National Guard.
Yeah, they're actually selling tanks on Facebook Home. There's all sorts of stuff on there.
Yeah. So, Memphis,
Like with good mobile salon.
we're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all should come out and visit. You'd have a really good time. I'd be your personal tour guide. Trust me.
Yeah.
I know. I want to come back. I have been to Memphis and I really did like it. I've been to both Nashville and Memphis.
Guitar drop every year.
What's that?
They do a guitar drop.
For New Year's, they drop a guitar.
Oh, cool. I haven't been there for New Year's, but yeah, I've been to both Nashville and Memphis, and I like Memphis better. I'm more of a fan of Memphis.
Definitely better food.
Yeah, that's my main reason for liking it better. I'm like, the food in Nashville's good, but I'm sorry, Memphis kicks Nashville's ass in the food department.
We also, there's no country music in Memphis. It's all rock and
Hell yeah.
funk.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Memphis
would like
is
Memphis.
cool. It is really cool.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Minnesota, I mean, I don't know how much of the news you've consumed today. There was another shooting. We'll get to that in a minute, but what I was following you on is, you had posted about the 5-year-old that got detained,
Frozen.
Liam Ramos.
Mhm. That little
It
face.
was just sad seeing this little kid with the bunny hat and the Spider-Man backpack, and people on your social media trying to defend those actions. And I don't think there's any way to defend what is going on there.
How do you even what crime did he commit? I'm sorry. That's the question I keep saying, since they've said that they're only going after violent criminals. What in the hell did a 5-year-old do?
Oh, I mean, they're
Well, it said that the dad was an immigrant. He was from Mexico.
No, he's from I think Chile.
Yeah, and they learned about using the 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But he came here legally, from what I understand.
Yeah, he came here under seeking asylum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're liars. I mean, and it's not just. I mean, they're lying about that. They're lying about their intention, and a lot of people kind of warned that this is what would happen. This is what would happen if you use this type of tactic. And they also kind of warned that this was something that they actually wanted to do. They wanted that to basically use this police force to basically go after people. That these are people that are have a very white supremacist ideology, and that we're literally trying to turn back the time, trying to turn back the clock of this country back to the Jim Crow era. And they want to disenfranchise a lot of people in that process. But yeah, I mean, they're lying. I mean, the spokesperson, Trisha, what's her last name? Trisha.
Is it McLaughlin?
She's a liar. And don't take my word for it. Judge, court case after court case after court case after court case. They found that the video evidence does not support the testimony. Their cases have been thrown out. They've lost. They lose over and over and over again because they just can't stop lying. And so, yeah, you basically you impeach yourself, by being untrustworthy. And now you've got video, and video evidence. I think for a lot of people it might not feel like it, but we still do have a relatively independent judiciary. And you can look at the fact that some of this stuff has been being overturned, maybe not so at the Supreme Court, but, he just lost the Supreme Court just recently. There's a case that they wanted to give public funding to private religious schools, and for online school, and it was a 5-5. It was a 4-4 split. And so it basically the lower court held, and they lost. But yeah, I mean, there's in my opinion, there's people that are at the controls that want to do a theocratic nationalist state, and they're doing everything they can to make that happen. And I don't think they're going to be successful because I don't think the people will tolerate that. And I think this Minnesota is like a great example.
I'm glad that they lost the school thing that you were mentioning about the
Yeah.
online schooling, because and I don't think they're going to give up on trying to attack that, because they've tried to attack like public schools for years. But yeah, what people don't understand is, even if they incentivize them with the money to go through and do the online schooling or whatnot, they're only doing that at first to defund public schools, and then they're going to they would themselves then cut that funding for people later, once they've killed public schools, you know?
You guys were like the early test for this. Arizona instituted this stuff like the first state to do this, and
Yeah.
the results have been just horrific. I mean, you guys, what is it? The research that found that almost all of the money is going to people who already have their kids in public school. It's going to the wealthiest of families. It's and it's just basically just ripping funding away from the public, from kids that need it.
Yeah, it's just to defund public schools. Because you're exactly right. They give it to kids who go to private school.
And
Their parents are getting it. It's like,
And I'm in like a public school myself. I'm in like Carville High, which is like a public high school, one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, and like Lucy, she's been diagnosed with, we talked about opposition defiant disorder. She also has ADHD, and like literally, like we enrolled her in a private school when she was young, and then they sent her out. They said, like, look, Dana, we can't. She punched a kid who said unicorns weren't real, and anybody sit in the red chair because she says it's hers. And she refuses to do math, but she read every book in the library. So yeah, they're like, you can't, you gotta.
I wasn't medicated.
Yeah.
hey, apparently those private schools didn't want your superpowers there. That's how I'm looking at it,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're lost, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I think people need to take this seriously. If you have a kid that has a disability, they won't get the care that they need at the religious school. And so, I mean, what are you going to do? I also do disability. I represent people. I'm a accredited disability representative. So I represent people for. I represent children for disability status, and I think like a lot of stuff that that would have been really hard, they can fix now. They can. The teachers have learned how to work with people who. What is it when the words look backwards? I'm trying to.
Dyslexia.
Dyslexia. Yeah. I mean.
One of my friends has dyslexia. She's Hindu, and her name is Elisa, and she has dyslexia.
Well, but now by by 5th and 6th grade, like kids can overcome that. It's not a lifelong impairment. They can. It's something that they can fix. I mean, ADHD. We know. They have counselors, and they have rooms that kids can go into if they're feeling stressed. And so, they can navigate around that, and they can get a good quality education. They can do stuff, but they won't be able to do that if they don't get a good quality education.
Or a good therapist as well, because therapists are really good too.
yeah.
I have like a therapist for like my ADHD.
Yeah. I mean, we've always said that in the podcast, that therapy is a really good thing and very much needed, and everything getting defunded. Going back to the religious aspect of schools and stuff like that, it's kind of mind-boggling that these so-called quote-unquote Christians support what's going on with these detaining these little kids. It just baffles me how.
When Jesus says, "Welcome the stranger."
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't follow Jesus.
Jesus also said that let's not unless he be judged.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should not judge someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't follow that one either.
I don't think Jesus would be happy if he came back. I don't think his message was like, your tribe is better than that other tribe. You know what I mean? And I think that's really what this is really about. It's really about just this, tribalism of, we're gonna take care of our own. As long as you dress the way we dress, talk the and believe what we believe, you'll be taken care of.
And vote for who we vote
If
for.
if Jesus came back, they would literally crucify him again. I mean, they wouldn't like him. They wouldn't even like Jesus.
Yeah.
They'd probably call him a communist and whatnot. They'd label him.
Well, ICE would throw him to the ground.
Oh yeah, ICE would call him an illegal alien.
I mean, if you think about, that King Herod, who was supposedly a good king in Jerusalem, really killed every single baby. I mean, to try because he thought that was going to happen. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, soldiers coming in and just killing babies, and I mean, they literally had to escape to Egypt, to get shelter,
And that's what the angel told them, go into Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be safe. And then Joseph thought that for a moment. Should we go into Egypt?
Yeah, I mean, Jesus was an immigrant that fled violence, not once but twice. He
Right.
came back, you know what I mean? But it's the hypocrisy is so strong, Like, isn't it? Don't you get tired of it? Don't you get tired of these people that are just so hypocritical?
I get irritated, so
Yeah.
irritated. I'm like, I'm starting to get
Well-
to the point where I'm like mean to. I'm like, just stop talking to me. I'm like, just shut up. I can't take it anymore.
Well, even
I don't want to hear. Yeah. I don't want to hear this argument that we don't have enough. We don't. They're taking these resources. You can't say that while you're purchasing a plane from,
No
Emirates
way. Or
Qataris.
purchasing a Beijing jet.
Yeah,
Like, they're super expensive.
yeah. It was a Qatari jet, but I mean, the money that they're spending on ICE, like, I forget who it was. The amount of money that they've put into ICE right now could literally provide healthcare for every single American. Like,
That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
It's have free healthcare.
Yeah, and let's on that point, let's not forget that 7 Democratic representatives voted to continue funding ICE.
yeah,
Probably ones that are funded by the insurance companies. Then it's the only thing I could figure out. That is even more disgusting that you just said that about it would be able to fund. So all this time we know, because we haven't had ICE all this time, at least not to this level. I mean, we've always had like border patrol and whatnot, but not to this level. And it's like they knew that they could be funding for us to have health care, and no, we need it to go terrorize people.
and man, kudos to you guys, because I think your electeds are literally leading the charge. I mean, you've got 2 senators, Senator Kelly and Senator Gallego, who've literally called them out.
Oh yeah.
Challenging, yeah. I mean, and we don't have that here. I mean, you also, I think, your Attorney General, ICE has announced that they're coming to Phoenix, and your Attorney General's like, you know what, you might want to lay off on this no-knock searches because you'll get shot in Arizona. I mean, she's telling them right now, like, don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arizona is like a place where if you knock, you get invited in.
Yeah.
Because Arizona is a western area, and anywhere in the western area, you're gonna find people carrying guns.
Yep.
She's been out there, yeah.
It's true. It's a heavily armed state, and they all the idiots on social media have already been talking crap about all the people who probably proudly fly the "Don't Tread on Me" flag are out there saying that Chris Mays should be in prison for what she said. I'm not kidding. They're all over social media.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, good luck. I think I think normal people, and I'm not talking about like people that are on Twitter, but I think everyone is outraged and just horrified and disgusted by what they're seeing happen in Minnesota. And they should be, because I was just in Minneapolis, like a month ago. I was in Minneapolis for a law conference, and it's just like the nicest people, and like a lot of the people from Minneapolis are from, they're from like, ethnically Nordic, so they're from like Sweden and Norway and, Finland, and they have like this sense where, like, if you were walking down the sidewalk, they would give you like 3 or 4 feet of room. You know what I mean? Because it's
Like
just like
Minnesota
this
nice.
yeah,
What it's called.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be really nice to you. They really don't want you to come to their house and eat, but there'll be like, they're going to give you tons of leeway. They're going to be really polite. I was walking, from somebody who's been in Memphis and LA and New Orleans. I don't think I've ever felt safer in a city than I was in Minneapolis. Like, it just feels safe,
And they got a lot of awesome food there.
Yeah, you betcha. So, I mean, what they're doing to that is it's just unconscionable. It's terrible. I mean, it's un-American. I guess.
Yeah, and
Like,
just,
why would you mess with Minnesotans? I mean,
well, just wait till you see the video from today, and
oh,
it's brutal.
it's
Yeah.
disturbing. Like the Renee Good video, like it's
And she's a. I think what was it? The Pod Save America guys were on yesterday, and they said that they talked to the principal, and they said that Renee and her wife would drop off the kid, and then would drive around to where the kid goes to the classroom, and the kid would go to the window in the classroom, and they would be there waving at the child. You know what I mean?
sad.
And they were great. They were great. They were wonderful parents, and now they're talking about investigating her. Like they tried to investigate her, and the judge threw it out because he said, like, you can't investigate a dead person. I mean, just it's horrific.
Didn't one of them like resign over it? Like one of the
6.
judges?
No, there was 6. There was 6.
Because they're just
There's
like,
6
we're
people
not
that
gonna
were
do that.
overseeing civil rights that resigned because they refused to investigate.
Yeah.
You're talking about the FBI agent, right?
Yeah.
An FBI agent wanted to investigate the shooting of her, and they wouldn't do it, and so they resigned in protest. She resigned as a female, and she resigned in protest.
Yeah.
Because that's what the civil rights area does. Is they're supposed to
Yeah.
investigate shootings like that. Yeah. So yeah.
Just
I mean, I think I don't know. I mean, what do you guys? You guys are there on the ground. Like, how are people going to receive a militarized Phoenix? Because they're not going to come to Kingman. They don't want to come to like
A small mining town.
yeah. They're gonna go to like Phoenix. They're gonna go to Tucson.
Flagstaff.
well, you said
Well,
that
they-
pic where they had the
they-
vehicles were in Havasu.
They were unloading in Havasu, but it wasn't clear where they were going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought it was weird. I'm like, Havasu's even more Trumpy than Kingman.
It's probably why they
Which is
decided
crazy,
it was a
but-
safe place to
Unload.
unload. And,
Oh, like, yeah, like, oh, it's cool here, and then we can just get right on the I-10 and go to
Phoenix.
head to Phoenix.
Yeah,
That's probably what they did. Yeah, that's probably why they dropped all the vehicles off there.
They're not going to like the dangerous places. They go to like they go to where the tourists are.
Yeah, because I'm like, why don't you guys come solve our drug problems here? Come solve our fentanyl and meth crisis that's going on in Kingman and the surrounding areas. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this up and talk about food. What's going on with Bootsies?
Bootsies.
Oh, Hey, that's a great question. Yeah, we've been rocking and rolling with our barbecue. We had a huge order over the week over Christmas.
Over 200 cases.
Yeah. It was a private company that does a lot of they do they work with they help their political management team, and so they got on board with us, and they basically bought us out of everything. The state of Mississippi still does a lot of stuff to kind of help and support us. We're based in Mississippi. But yeah, we're still rocking and rolling. I will say it has been tough. The supply chain is just completely goofy. Our thing is that we try to use like clean ingredients, so we don't use any ketchup with like high fructose corn syrup. It's getting harder and harder and harder to source our ketchup, which is like a big ingredient, because we buy this ketchup that is made with like
Cane sugar.
Yeah, cane sugar. Yeah. And so it's like that stuff is it's harder and harder to find. The food prices are really bad. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that the price of beef.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
It's insane.
yeah. So I think so. How does that affect us? Is our best clients, customers are like small mom and pop, like butcher shops and stuff. So, they're going out of business,
Always doesn't.
Yeah, but Charlie's is a meat market that's been in Memphis since the 1960s. They closed shop a month ago.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
so, yeah,
I really like that place.
I know.
They have like really good meat.
Yeah.
I know Albies is another good place. Hope
Yeah.
they don't shut down.
Yeah, I mean, well, we were there, and yeah, they're, I think they sell top tier quality stuff. Like, I mean, I'm talking like if you want to get a Wagyu, steak, or if you want to get a top tier prime, you can't always find that at the grocery store, and so, but I think the prices were like $49 a pound for like a ribeye, so.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's tough. So pork is still pretty cheap though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everyone was pork.
yeah.
All right, so give a plug. Where can they get Bootsies?
You can,
Amazon.
yeah, Amazon is a great place to find us. And so if you need anything in Amazon, also if you're in Kingman, West of Third carries our products.
Sarah's
If they're not
got
already,
it.
just-
Have they restocked though? I was in there last week and they didn't have any.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
I
really?
need to reach out to Andrea.
Last time I bought from them, they had them. I don't think they have all your flavors though. So I meant to send you a message about that. I'm like, how come they don't have all your flavors? Or should I just get the ones that they don't have? Should I just purchase those online instead?
You can. Yeah, you can. Or you can buy them from our website too.
Okay.
I recommend the peach.
Yeah,
That's the
100%.
one I've
Yeah.
really been wanting to try is the peach.
Yeah.
And they didn't have peach down there, or I would have snagged it.
That's the one that we're having the trouble with because we can't get the ingredients that we need. But we're working on solving that problem.
Okay.
Also, after 9 years, I'm going to leave and set up my own disability firm. So that's happening right now.
Oh,
Really? Wow,
yay.
congratulations.
Cool.
So yeah. So I was there for 9 years. And I think that if I want to focus even more on Social Security disability, short-term, long-term, and veterans care. And so I'm going to start a firm that focuses only on that. So yeah. So
And you'll get most of the money.
yeah.
You'll get better pay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap this up. Don't hang up though. We'll talk to you more, but we're going to wrap up this episode. Okay.
Okay.
And because there's too much crap in the world, Lucy, thank you for coming on and
Yes,
giving
I'm
us
so
some
glad that you're
positive news.
doing well. Yes.
Okay. All right. On to that. Let's
Bye,
wrap it
y'all.
up. We'll see you.